Governor, let's talk about healthcare for a second. About 20% of your state does not have health insurance. What's the solution there, and why wouldn't you take Obamacare money to expand Medicaid to provide insurance for them?
Well, look, in our state, 3.5% of our children are uninsured. We have a 96.5% insured rate for our children through public and private programs. We're the only state in the country that's operated a unique system of hospitals, 10 hospitals. We've transformed those through public-private partnerships to provide a better safety net. I think the president was right. There are real problems in health care. I think if you've got a pre-existing condition, if you're trying to buy an individual policy outside the group market, it can be too expensive, may not be available to you. I think the wrong thing to do is to expand the government's role. In my own state, for example, for every uninsured person that would have been covered by a Medicaid expansion, more than one person who would have otherwise had private insurance would then be kicked out or lose that private insurance, instead go into a government-run program. That makes no sense.
But still, 20% of your state doesn't have insurance. That means costs are passed on to people in your state like you who do have insurance. Those individuals will be less healthy because they don't have primary care physicians. They will use emergency rooms as if they are their doctor. Those costs are being paid by Louisianans.
Well, again, we do something different from any other state. We're the only state in the country that's got these state-operated hospitals. We have 10 of them. Now we're in the process of transitioning those to public-private partnerships that provide a safety net. We also subsidize outpatient clinics. There are innovative public-private partnerships, conservative solutions we're applying that don't involve the government taking over healthcare, don't involve a one-size-fits-all approach from D.C., and that's the point. I think governors would have loved to have come to the table and said, look, there's a lot of money wasted in Medicaid and DSH, which is another state-federal program today.
Right.
We spend over $1 billion in Louisiana on our uninsured. There are better ways to spend those dollars than what we're doing today.
Lastly, sir, before you go, it's no secret that your name is being bandied about as a possible 2016 candidate. When are you going to make a decision, and what are you looking at to figure out if you run?
Look, the honest answer is I don't know what I'm going to do in 2016. I'm the head of the RGA. We're focused on 38 governor's races between now and the end of 2014.
I believe you that you don't know, but I also believe that you're looking at it and that you're trying to figure out if it makes sense.
Well, and I also, look, I've got a responsibility. We're continuing our reforms in Louisiana. For me, as I think about that, it would have to be, do I think I can make a difference? Do I think that I've got something to offer that's not there? Do I think that there's a way that I could help improve and help lead the country, and that's not being offered by a candidate that's in the race? I do think the next president, I do believe, should come from the ranks of the governors. I do think that governors, unlike the folks in D.C., are actually implementing solutions. I think that one of the criticisms we've had about this president is that President Obama had to have on-the-job training, never had run anything before he was elected president of the United States. We can't afford another 4 years of that. So for a Democrat or Republican, I would hope that our nominees would be governors.
A governor, all right.